Because I'm bad-mouthing everybody in this episode? This is my
Correct.
episode to crash out on, and I am taking it. We have failed as a species. 100%. We are the only species on this planet that is actively destroying the planet that keeps them alive. I'm not. No, slappy, slappy, flippy, flappy. No. Oh. I had to find my inner peace. Hello, rabbits, and welcome back to the channel. This is Rabbit Hole Roulette. I am Matty P alongside Tony O. This is going to be the bonus episode for season 1. We are going to do a subscriber topic. So, before we get into that, Tony O, any current events?
I've got at least one. I'm gonna blow your mind here.
Can't wait.
So,
I love my mind being blown.
Twin brothers married twin sisters.
Oh.
Doesn't seem that fascinating.
Did they have quadruplets?
Oh, you're actually Owens. I wish nothing about the kids yet, but more specifically, this happened in Nigeria, and they were from the Yoruba tribe or ethnic group. I may have slaughtered that group names. I apologize. Sure. But anyway, so twin brothers, twin sisters. So said twins married said twins. The twin brothers, I'm gonna call them Tao and Kay.
Sure. Yeah. No, I get
for
it.
short. Married identical twin sisters named Tao and Kay. Spelled exactly the same.
So did Tao marry Tao and Kay marry Kay, or did they alternate?
So, Tao married yes. Tao married Tao, and Kay married Kay. Yes.
That's wild. So
the more fascinating than this is, so they've known each other for about 10 years. They met like at some university of Ibadan. More specifically, in this ethnic group, the Tao name was traditionally the firstborn twin's name, and the K is the traditional second-born twin name. But here's where I think it gets mind-blowing. What I really like is, imagine brother A and brother B, Tao and K, and again, twins. They have virtually the same DNA, correct?
Sure.
The twins.
Sense, yeah.
Okay. And then the sisters, they're now wives, have virtually the same DNA. Okay. And if each couple, you mentioned children, so if each couple has children, the children are legally first cousins, correct?
Yes. But they're also going to share DNA like siblings.
They are more closely related as siblings than they are cousins because of the shared DNA of being damn near identical.
So do you think each couple's kids are going to look like they're twins? Because
I hope they don't.
I feel like, well, I mean, I guess there is the other half of the original twins' mothers and fathers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a good chance that they're not going to come out looking identical from each individual set of married twins, correct? Genetically speaking,
for me, the fascinating,
it'd be cool if they did.
The fascinating part, they're going to come out specifically if you test their DNA, and this is where I like the rabbit hole on this because I like the science behind it. Is again, technically they're cousins, but genetically they are more closely related as brothers and sisters than cousins.
That's pretty cool.
That's my little fun fact current event for you.
It's actually really cool. I got a little bit of current events from the sports world just to mix it up for us a little bit. The Indiana Fever played back-to-back games this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Won both back-to-back. Beat Seattle on Friday by 3 points. Nearly went into overtime. Caitlin Clark fired off for 45 points and 10 assists. The first time anybody's ever done that in WNBA history. Kelsey Mitchell was right behind her with 30 points. And then they followed that up yesterday with a 20-point blowout over the New York Liberty. I believe Clark had 17 and Mitchell put up, I think, 32 or 35. She's absolutely having an incredible season. So it was cool to see. It was a great game. A little back and forth.
So are they chasing
fourth quarter?
Are they chasing the Aces? Is that who the top team is?
The Lynx are currently sitting at number 1, and then the Aces. And then the Golden State Valkyrie and then I can't remember who is in fourth off the top of my head, but then the Fever are currently sitting in fifth. They're currently battling with the Atlanta Dream for fourth and fifth, or for fifth and sixth, which is also catching everybody's attention because Angel Reese plays for the Atlanta Dream. So, of course, all the Caitlin Clark fans want to see her and the Fever be above the Dream, right? And then, of course, all the Angel Reese fans want to see her and her team be above, Clark's team. So, a lot of competition going on this year. It's been a really fun year to watch. My wife and I have been watching a lot of the games, not even just the Fever games. We'll just watch any of them that are on because it is honestly more fun to watch than the NBA because it's not all about everybody's egos as much. The NBA,
Seems
every
like
team has their like one main superstar, right? And they kind of have their ego. Whereas in the WNBA, even the girls, coming off the bench, they'll get out there and fight because the difference is the WNBA is still trying to become as successful as the NBA. So these girls are similar to like your high school or your college athletes where they're playing more for the love of their game and the love of their league and wanting to win versus just wanting a paycheck like what you typically see in the NBA.
Okay.
So I find it to be more interesting because it just seems like there's more passion behind it than what there is in say the NBA. But anyways, that was my fun fact for little Indiana sports love there. They managed to pull off back-to-back wins. Did not see that coming because New York actually got 5 days off because their plane was grounded for 10 hours and they missed their last game. They were stuck in the airport for 10 hours, did not get to go play the Dallas Wings. And that's who's in fourth, Dallas. But they did not get to play that game. So they actually got nearly a week break between games to rest and recover, where the Fever had to play back-to-back games.
Is this just because the American football's not started yet? Is this why we're so invested?
No, I genuinely do enjoy the WNBA. I think it's very fun to watch. It's very entertaining.
Nerd.
Yeah, fair.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Sorry, I'm telling you, it is more fun to watch than you think. These girls, they get after each other.
I've never given it a chance. I probably need to give it a fair chance.
It gets chippy. A couple games back, one girl threw a shoe. One girl was on the bench and threw a shoe at Marina Mabry, the star guard for Toronto, the Tempo. Took her shoe.
Where'd she just get a random shoe from?
And threw.
Oh, she was her own shoe.
No, it was her teammate's shoe. So she was on the bench. Her teammate came out of her shoe, left the shoe behind to go get back on defense. She then picked up the shoe and threw it at Mabry and hit her in the back, full court distance, nailed her right in the back with it. Claimed she was trying to throw it back to her teammate. However, earlier in that game, those two got into a shoving match that almost led to a fight. Both sides got technicals. So she took that opportunity to try to 360 no scope her with the shoe from across the map. It was pretty funny.
I mean, it sounds like a football player hitting somebody with a helmet.
Basically, similar. Throwing a helmet.
I appreciate the shoe remark. That's pretty good though.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's good times. I enjoy it.
Okay, I'll give it some more. I'll give it a little bit more look through, probably in next season maybe.
Yeah, I bet you do.
All right. Ready to get into this?
Let's get into it. What are we talking about?
So before I get into the actual topic, I'm going to share my screen with you because I want you to see this, and we'll have to put it on so that you guys can see it, so the rabbits can see it as well. But specifically, you know what the Mandela Effect is, correct?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, so let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so this obviously is peanut butter.
Yes.
Which one of these labels and logos is correct? I'm going to put you on the spot, Matty P. I'm going to see actually how much you know. Is it Jiffy or Jif?
I have
Jiffy 2 F's, Jif with 1 F.
I have always said Jif with 1 F, but for some reason the one on the left looks very familiar.
Okay. What if I told you that's the answer.
Okay, that's
Jif,
what I
1F.
thought, but that's because I always call my peanut butter Jif. I never call it peanut butter.
Okay. What about Looney Tunes?
Oh, Jesus.
Which one is correct?
Oh, no. I feel like I remember it being Tunes.
That would be correct. Tunes. Tunes, not Toons.
Number 1.
What about Berenstain Bears?
I do remember.
You too young for this one?
No, I remember these.
This is what we're calling the Mandela Effect. People, they remember both spellings of all of these.
I think it's EIN.
EIN.
Yeah.
You would be incorrect. It is Berenstain Bears.
So my thought was that they were German bears. It was Berenstein.
No.
That was my...
They're not. They're not.
They could be. Oh,
Curious George. What about Curious George? Tail or no tail?
Oh. Curious George did not have a tail.
That would be correct. He's more closely related to the chimpanzee or the gorilla with lack of tail. Yes. Okay, what about the TV series Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
It's in the city.
It is Sex and the City. Although the girls did have a lot of sex in that city. That's
exactly why
it was specifically Sex and that city.
Okay.
Okay.
Good one.
Couple more. There. What about Skechers? Is there a T or no T?
No T?
This one blew my mind. No T is correct. Okay. Skechers. No T's, not Skechers.
Back on the board. All right.
Okay. Fruit Loops. Fruit, UIT or OOT?
UI?
I believe it is OOT.
Uh-oh.
I need to confirm this one, but that's what I found in my little researchy.
No, okay. Yeah.
All right, Monopoly Man. Monocle or no monocle? This one's the popular one.
So, I think at one point he had the monocle, but I think more recently they've taken it away, so I'm going to say no monocle.
No monocle is correct. So what we've talked about here, specifically, I'm going to stop sharing here, is what we consider the Mandela Effect, okay? So this is basically the term that was coined from basically Nelson Mandela. People remember him dying in prison when in fact he actually did not die in prison. So how does this relate to this CERN particle collider, right? So that is the topic, the CERN particle collider. So what I've kind of looked at specifically is kind of labeling this episode the reality glitch that nobody can explain. Again, you remember certain things. I remember Berenstain Bears too. It's Berenstain Bears. I remember buying those books at elementary school or wherever it was, right? So let's circle back into how this kind of relates. Oh yeah, I didn't want my. I stole them all. I had to trade.
I had a whole stack of Berenstain Bears in my locker. I was trying to sling
them. Use them as trade.
Use them as trade bait for those really cool erasers you can put on the end of your pencils. Yeah.
Schoolyard
those
trade.
Fold-up rulers that you could sling out like a whip.
On your wrist.
Yeah,
I've been whipped by those. I get it. Yes. I've been whipped by those. Yes. Remember the book fair or whatever it was. Yeah, that was a hot time. That's how popular you knew you were or not.
I always wanted to try to trade my way up to the Lamborghini poster that I could put on my wall.
Oh,
I never got that far.
That's another. So speaking of trading your way up to that Lamborghini poster, there's stories out there. There's a guy back in I believe the 80s who bought enough Pepsi to basically win a fighter jet.
Yes, there's a documentary on this. I think it's called Pepsi Where's My Jet on Netflix.
Yeah.
I watched it. It's a good one.
So anyway, I remember that. Anyway, so all right. So back to the story. So what if I told you there's a giant machine buried somewhere beneath, not somewhere, but buried beneath Europe that may have accidentally changed reality, and millions of people think they have proof. So they remember these logos that never existed, movie quotes that were never actually said, and then famous spellings of famous names are just randomly different. Is it just faulty memory? Or did something happen the day that scientists turned on the world's most powerful particle collider?
It's time travelers.
And it could be, right? So specifically in Switzerland, approximately 300 feet underground sits the Large Hadron Collider, or LHC. It's a 17-mile circular tunnel. And scientists, they accelerate particles to nearly the speed of light or just smash them together. It's just literally what I did with my race cars, my Hot Wheels back in the late 80s. Right? So the goal, they're trying to recreate conditions that existed fractions of a second after that Big Bang that happened. Whenever that happened, like at year zero or 1 BC or whatever it was, whatever that time frame was. Obviously, that's a fallacy. But.
Sure.
All right. So in 2012, that's my word right there. I saw your banana earlier. It was off camera, rabbits. I'm sorry. All right. So in 2012, the collisions.
Let's clarify.
Fair enough. The collisions led to one of the biggest discoveries in modern physics, the Higgs boson, which is often nicknamed the God particle. For physicists, this was a triumph. So this is a new particle. This is what they discovered with smashing these other atoms together, right? But for the internet, when internet's just becoming a thing, right? Well, not just becoming, but has now became a thing. This is something else entirely. At that same time, 2012-ish, 2010, 2012-ish, there's discussions about something called that Mandela Effect that just exploded online. So the Mandela Effect explains or describes when large groups of people confidently remember something that just isn't true. And again, that example of Nelson Mandela dying in the 80s, well, he didn't. He died in 2013.
Sure. Yep.
Okay, Berenstain Bears. Did Darth Vader say, Luke, I'm your father? That's a question for you.
I'm trying to remember the exact scene. I know everybody always says, Luke, I am your father. But I don't think that's what he said. He said, what did Obi-Wan ever tell you what happened to your father? And he said, you killed him. He told me you killed him. And he said, I am your father. I don't think he said, Luke, I am your father. I think he just said, I am your father.
Right. And specifically, it's no, I am your father, I believe. All right. And again, the Monopoly Man having a monocle. So people are generally shocked that reality doesn't match those memories of what folks have. So here's where someone noticed the timing on this, that the Large Hadron Collider had begun major operations, and suddenly the internet's full of people just insisting reality has changed. Is it coincidence or is it something bigger? So let's talk about this theory. According to believers of this theory, that particle collider didn't just smash items, it ripped tiny holes into parallel universes. Do you believe in alternate realities and parallel universes?
Yeah, to an extent.
Okay.
So my thing with this and ripping into, alternate dimensions and everything and using science to do all this shit, right? You're familiar with the movie Event Horizon, correct?
Love the movie.
I thought you and I had talked about
Sam
that
Neill
before.
classic.
Yep. R.I.P. Sam Neill.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes. So in that movie, they're using science to be able to move at the speed of light, right? Basically teleport this spaceship. In that teleportation, going from A to B, they don't know what's happening in between here, right? So in that movie, they went into a hellish dimension, right? Basically is what they say it as throughout the movie, where they all lost their minds and went crazy. Well, that's something you find out in the first 20 minutes.
That's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, 100%. But they, that again is science saying, hey guys, guess what? We could do this. We could go from here to here so fast with some teleportation. And what happens in here? Don't worry about that. We don't know. We'll figure that out later. Also, the whole Doom franchise, right, is the same deal. We're going to be able to teleport from Earth to Mars so we can get back and forth to our bases quicker. And when they start opening up that teleport and that wormhole to go from one to the other, they open up a whole nother dimension. We don't know
I never knew
what
that
happens in there in that in between, right?
Okay.
So when you start messing with the fabric of reality, right, or the time, if you want to go, more MCU, the timeline, right, when you get into the time stone and all that, when you talk about the Infinity War saga, you don't know what you're going to get into, and why do we need to mess with it so bad?
No, I get it.
And I'll take that a step further. 99% of people that are big in science, right? Like your scientist and your medical field, all that, a good chunk of them don't believe in a higher power, right? They believe in the science that they can study, that they can see, right? Most,
Makes
not
sense.
all, most. So why is it they're always calling things, the God particle, like you said, either, or the God beam, or whatever the hell they want to call it, right? And they're always chasing that same level of power that they don't believe in.
The creation.
Yes. Why? And why are you in such a rush, or in such a crusade to prove that you're right? Everything else be damned. All the consequences be damned. You're going to go find out that you're right.
At the cost of anything else.
At the cost of anything else.
I mean, I don't agree, but I understand what you're saying.
You could rip the entire fabric of reality apart, send us into a black hole, in the whole species. I don't care, because I'm going to prove that I'm right. Why? What do we need it for?
For proof.
For Facebook clout.
That I'm right.
Getting sucked into the black hole, but I was right. Later, homies. Like and subscribe. I mean, what are we doing?
So, I just saw I'm gonna say an interview of some sort where they had Neil Tyson deGrasse, and they were talking to him. I forgot who it was talking to him specifically, and he said, "If I knew that I was going to die soon, deathbed-ish, had something, it was irreversible." He specifically said, "I would want to be sent to a black hole with transmitters and yada yada yada, all of it on me, so that scientists can study what happens to my body as I drift into that while being conscious."
Thank you.
I mean, I thought that was very fascinating. So, talking about point A to point B, what happens? We don't know. Interstellar is another good example of that, right? We don't know.
Super long movie, but super good.
Yeah. Well, so was Waterworld with Kevin Costner.
Not super good.
Oh, it was super long. Sorry, I missed the point.
In the first part.
So, all right. So anyway, back to what we're talking about. So the particle collider didn't just smash atoms. It potentially created these parallel universes. And then some suggest microscopic black holes just altered space-time. So the other believers, they think that the CERN collider accidentally shifted humanity into a nearly identical universe. So we're traveling along, and all of a sudden we hit, nope, here's a up, next path, right? But in this version, tiny details are different. Those details being just random spellings of things, logos, historical events, just small things that people notice. Nothing really you could prove. Here's my proof. The comedian Sinbad, was he in a genie movie?
Yes, I saw the movie.
Really, I can't find it.
Yeah, I know it's impossible to find, but yes, he was in it. It was called.
Everybody else says no.
Called Shazam. Yeah, Shazam.
Shazam.
Because Shaquille O'Neal was in Kazam.
Okay.
Pretty sure
I can't find that.
Shazam. Hold on. Oh no,
But
I am looking this
all
up.
reports say it never existed. He himself says it never existed.
He's full of shit. I saw the movie.
Is he troll? Are you in a different universe? I mean, I don't know. But that's the purpose.
It was a funny movie.
What we're discussing right now.
As a kid, it was a funny movie.
So the Shaq one wasn't funny.
It had its moments.
Shaq Fu did a little magic, and he's like, not funny. But Sinbad was a comedian. He's funny.
No, I did watch Shaq's Kazam quite a bit. It was pretty funny.
I like this video game.
Shaq's video game?
Yeah, I think it was called Shaq Fu specifically. I had his music album.
Oh yeah, also Shaq has had a few rap albums. He's also a DJ now. So
and
there's
a cop of
Disney's
some
first
sort, as we
kid.
found out
I remember that one.
Again, I don't think he's been in it. Rabbits, let us know if you've ever seen this movie. Comment. I think Matty P's crazy.
Not bullshit.
I also can't ever find it. Again, Sinbad has went on record saying it doesn't exist. You continue looking that up. I'm going to keep telling this story. So, with nothing really
bullshit.
to prove.
I saw no, this is going to piss me off. I saw this fucking movie.
Now we're canceled.
No, I saw this movie. I swear to God, I saw this movie.
I think you're living in a different universe. You keep looking it up, Bub. I expect a full report tomorrow morning. So here's the weird evidence, right? Berenstain, Febreze. Does Febreze have 2 E's or 1 E? What's 1 E? Again, Sex and the City, Sex in the City. The Fruit of the Loom cornucopia. Is it in the logos?
I'm gonna pause you right there. I'm still tore up about this movie. I'm still very torn up about this movie. I swear to God, I've seen this movie.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Awkward pause. I don't understand it. They're saying that it's a mashup from Shaq's movie Kazam and photos of him famously wearing genie-esque costumes. So maybe that's what I'm remembering was his genie costumes and he was hosting movie marathons and I thought it was a movie. But I'm not believing that.
This is why men created the God particle, because I'm right.
This is
my proof.
This is not a thing. This absolutely happened.
We're still waiting.
So here is the image that I'm... Wait, what?
I've seen the image.
Okay.
I've seen him painted purple or blue or whatever it is.
He's a genie with an attitude and he's ready for an unforgettable adventure. Shazam. Fun. This guy literally has the VHS with the box.
Supposedly.
Right there, Sinbad.
Supposedly. Well, I've seen Mr. Beast at a pizza place yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that for my current events. Comedy superstar Sinbad. Yeah, this is the movie I remember.
He says it never existed.
Bullshit.
Is he just trolling the world?
He's 100% trolling the world.
And that's another big one that people, again, to me, it's the monocle on the Monopoly Man. Curious George's Tale. I remember all those.
That's the same movie art that Shaq used for Kazam. But was it possible?
So why do you vividly remember this?
That there was a version of this movie released with Sinbad called Shazam, like straight to video. And then they thought, hey, Shaquille O'Neal's super popular right now. Let's bring him in, reshoot the movie as him as Kazam and send it.
That's a good theory.
So Sinbad just wrote it off like he got paid to just say, hey, this movie never existed. Because I know I have seen Sinbad in this movie in that exact outfit. Red turban, white shirt, vest. But I also have seen Kazam with Shaq because I remember that very vividly.
It just sounds like an elaborate government cover-up.
What it sounds like to me.
Hollywood...
that's going to drive me nuts.
Hollywood said no, it didn't exist.
Right, back to what you were saying, sorry.
So here's where things get, again, strange, right? So the CERN, that particle collider, unintentionally fueled the speculation of these things, right? So the organization, specifically, playfully, on April Fool's Day, they posted jokes. Employees once made a humorous mock ritual video that spread online without any context. Even stranger, basically a statue of the Hindu deity Shiva, it stands outside the CERN headquarters. To physicists, it's simply just a gift celebrating creation and the destruction of the universe. That's what it symbolizes. To conspiracy theorists, it's proof that something darker is happening. Scientists, obviously, they say there's evidence nothing changed reality. Memory isn't like a video recording, right? So each time we remember something, our brains reconstruct it. So you're reconnecting these dots every time you try to remember it. And we fill in the missing details. So I talked about the memory of the ghost and the smell of my dad or my mom being in the house watching me goon to, pictures of my wife or whatever. Again, it's what... That's what makes me...
I got us canceled.
That's what makes me think of, my father when I'm thinking of it, whatever, and a smell hits me, right? So I'm filling in these details. That's probably a bad example. My wife's going to kill me. I'm probably going to be divorced by next week.
That's a horrible
Anyway,
example.
my bad. So we mix memories together, right?
Sure.
And if enough people, they share enough similar experiences or hear the same incorrect version repeatedly, entire groups can develop identical false memories. Psychologists basically have demonstrated the effect for decades. So, as far as the LHC, the Large Hadron Collider, its collisions are incredibly energetic on a microscopic scale, but far weaker than the natural cosmic ray collisions that constantly strike Earth's atmosphere from the sun or from just space in general, right? So, if particle collisions could tear reality apart, nature would have done it billions of years ago. Specifically, again, this is what scientists say. So the twist, here's kind of where the twist comes in. That Mandela effect, right? So Mandela effect is absolutely real. Again, as you remember Kazam with Sinbad, people generally just remember things differently. I remember all those things when I was a kid. Why? Is it flawed memory? Is it social influence? Is it some sort of pattern recognition? Or is it something we just truly don't understand that's happening on a more science level? What do you think?
I mean, it could be a mix of, the memory deterioration, telephone game, somebody says something and you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that too. And then you walk away taking it as gospel when really you're both remembering it wrong. However, I will go to my grave saying that Sinbad was in the movie Shazam because I remember growing up thinking there was a Shazam and a Kazam, and I had to make sure I got the right one from the movie store. So I am very annoyed that that is something that is being argued.
So I'm talking about shared memory. So, and I love the idea of shared memories where people truly don't know, but somebody says something and it jogs their memory into, oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a shameless plug. So Rabbits, if you didn't know, I'm a published author. I have a story that kind of represents this.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, no, it's good. I promise. It's so good. So the story is I was at work with a coworker, and again, the story can be verified. Again, coworker can verify it. And we're sitting at the desk early in the morning. There's 4 of us in the office, and we're working on, I don't know, some random crap on the computer. And a coworker, a gal, kind of a cubicle over, looks over and says, "Hey, you ever talk to your buddy?" We had specifically had a guy that used to work with us that moved maybe a year prior, moved away, took another job with the company in a different state. And she said, "Hey, you ever talk to your buddy that used to work here?" And obviously, she was talking about Nate. And I said, "Oh yeah, I just talked to him the other day. Just, how's he doing? How's he liking the work out there with the company?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she says, "Well, didn't he leave here to go work for our company out west?" And I said, "No. Why would you think that?" Again, for me, I'm just normal morning for me, just because of what I do. I'm a massive troll,
Yep.
and I apologize. And she's like, "Oh, well, I thought that's what happened. He really doesn't?" I said, No. He moved out there. He's an alpaca farmer. He basically is in charge of the alpaca wool exportation from Denver, Colorado, and specifically, and then it went into some like 3-minute tirade of like alpaca wool export from the U.S. Across the Western Hemisphere, and how it was a major export and a lot of money. And anyway, and mind you, my other buddy is sitting right next to me cracking up. And she's like, "Well, he's laughing. There's no way." I was like, "No, it's true. He's laughing at something else." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And I'm not diminishing the gal's what she doing. She believed it. And well, she was still on the fence. And here's where this shared memory kind of kicks in. So she was still kind of on the fence. Another woman who'd been with the company a long time. She stood up from her cubicle. She turned around, looked at this gal, and she says, "Oh yeah, I remember that. That definitely happened. That's what he does now." Not even a part of the conversation. Now, she could have just been nosy and chiming in just to be a part of the conversation. That was what we all think. But her false shared memory made this other gal go, "Oh, okay, that makes sense then. I kind of remember this." And that became a shared memory of something that truly didn't happen.
Sure.
So again, the shared memories, was it social influence? Is it truly a flawed memory? Is it a combination of both? I don't know. I'm just a liar, I
I think it's
guess.
science. I think they're
And it could
I
be.
think they're messing with things they
So,
shouldn't be messing with.
so science, could have been the CERN collider. They could have unlocked secrets of the universe that we don't know yet, right?
Yeah.
It just simply unlocked our curiosity. We see small fragments of it, but we truly don't know what's happening yet. And maybe it's going to be another 20, 30, 50, 100 years where we finally look back and go, that was the time back in 2012 when humans basically broke into parallel universes and altered timelines. Maybe. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Could be.
So my last little bit for you specifically, we talked about the remembering Luke, I am your father, and I know you're still hung up on the Kazam. What does the what's her name in Snow White, the evil queen or whatever she is, in the magic mirror? What does she say to the mirror?
Who's the fairest of them all?
Nah, but how does she start that conversation with the mirror?
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
What if I told you that's not correct?
What is it?
In the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it's magic mirror on the wall.
The original is in like the animated Disney.
From what I understand, the OG Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, the evil queen, whatever her name is, I'm blanking on that now, specifically says magic mirror on the wall. And then my last one I'll leave you with before my story is done. Everybody loves a good Forrest Gump, and I think you claimed it as one of your favorite movies.
That's a good one.
What does he say when he's on the bench on the bus dressed in white, on the bus bench or whatever it is?
The life is like a box of chocolates line.
So what does he say specifically? Yes, that specific scene. What does he say right there? And you just repeated it. Is that what he says?
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
What if I told you that that's not what he says?
What do you say?
He says, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, but he also has that speech impediment in that movie. So life is, life was. It's going to sound the same.
So are you choosing to hear is rather than was? And so is 90% of the world?
I'm going to say yes on that one because he specifically has a. But
why would it be? You're not no argument.
Why would it be was though? Because it doesn't make sense for that point in the movie.
God, I've never seen the movie.
You have never seen Forrest Gump?
No, I'm a liar. Remember?
Yeah, you're trolling. You're so full of shit.
I specifically recall Life Is.
Yeah.
But I've not. I have to rewatch it just to not listen to it or watch it with subtitles just so I can see. But by all reports, he's saying life was like a box of chocolates in that moment.
Right, hang on. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm about to do. I am going to pull the fucking script.
And I'm sure there's other, well, you're doing that. I'm sure there's other examples out there, right? And that's where this specific story is truly fascinating in the sense that there's so much out there that people remember that potentially is or isn't true. But your memory doesn't lie.
I could eat about 1.5 million of these. My mama always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's why he said was and not is, because he was recalling his mother saying it.
Grammatically.
Yes.
But they don't remember that. They remember him talking about for his point of view, and it wasn't. He was recalling what somebody else said. And that changes the word you use in that sentence.
Yep.
I've got some grammar friends, specifically the Schwipsies, that will absolutely call that out every time because you use the wrong word. But in the context with that, was is the word to use.
That's crazy. Yeah, life was like a box of chocolate.
So more specifically, back to the particle collider and this reality glitch that people truly can't explain. Are we living in some altered timeline? Did we truly break through into a different parallel, a different universe, by smashing it? Are we continually, smashing these atoms and creating these ripples that now are affecting mankind, where some remember this, but others don't? that right there is the rabbit hole that potentially is maybe it's a government conspiracy. Maybe they know. Maybe again we're playing that god. We're creating things like you mentioned in Event Horizon because we can, and don't worry about the stuff in the middle.
Yeah, that's the concern, right? And that's always the issue with us as a species to begin with, is we're so focused on the being right and the destination that we don't worry about what could happen in the journey, right? Like this says right here, speaking of issues with everything they're doing, Stephen Hawking, famous
yes,
wheelchaired individual, lost
amazing linguist,
lost a good ventriloquist, lost
as a puppet.
I did not say his role. Famously lost a bet of $100 with physicist Gordon Kane when they bet that the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC, would never find the Higgs boson, B-O-S-O-N. Boson.
Yep. We talked about that.
Following the 2012 discovery, he humorously expressed disappointment that the particle behaved exactly as expected, stating that physics would have been far more interesting if the team at CERN had been forced back to the drawing board. But where was the other part of this that I saw? Oh, here it is. He also caused a stir by warning that the Higgs field could theoretically destabilize at extreme energies, potentially leading to catastrophic vacuum decay. Back to what we said earlier. Like, why are we messing with this? What are we going to gain out of this exactly? And at what point are we going to say, hey, you know what? If this goes south, then we all die. Like, is it worth?
It's a good question.
Like, don't get me wrong. I would love to be able to roll out of bed in the morning, press a button, and teleport my ass to work and not have to get up and drive and all that other shit. But is that worth it?
It's the story of Wally, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, God. So I could talk about that movie all day because that's exactly where we are headed. I mean, we live on a completely chemical-based diet anymore as a species, right? Everything is supersized and mega-sized and everything else. Everybody wants to stay at home. Everything is at your fingertips connectivity-wise. You don't go see family anymore. You send them a text or you send them a Facebook post about a memory from years ago when you used to hang out. Oh, we should do this again sometime. It never happens. We all just stay cooped up in our houses ever since COVID lockdown. You ever seen,
a good example of that?
Ready Player One?
Here we are right now.
Yeah.
Here we are. Oh, yes, I've seen Ready Player One. Yeah, the utopia.
That's exactly what we're headed towards. It's going to be a combination of Ready Player One and WALL-E, because we are going to overpollute this earth. That's coming. That maybe we should be focusing on that instead of, hey, can we manage to shoot 2 microscopic particles into each other at high speeds? Maybe we focus on how do we not destroy the planet we're living in to create these data centers. And I'm not against data centers. Let's tangent because
Sounds
this
like
is part of a data center conversation, because this place also stores a shit ton of data. I'm not against data centers. Data centers are not inherently bad for the environment. The issue we're having with data centers is we are putting them in residential areas and we are putting them on farmland that we desperately need as a species, that we are already over farming as a species to the point that it is out of the nutrients it needs that we have to artificially put back in. Why can we not put these things? We've got all that desert out in Nevada, out in Arizona, out in Utah. Why can't we put it out there where we're using it for nothing? Layer the top of that shit with solar panels. And there you go. They're far enough away from everybody that nobody's worried about the health concerns or the noise complaints or the pollution from it. You've got the solar energy to help keep it running. Why can't we do that instead of putting it in somebody's backyard or taking a generational farmer's land and buying it out from under him and throwing it out there?
I have no answer for you. I love your rhetorical question.
Yes.
I have nothing for that because I think you're right. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of wasted space out here that, for whatever reason, they're not using it. I don't know why. Is it protected land? I don't know.
It's
maybe
desert. There's nothing there. The only thing out in the desert are the Mormons.
Ouch. We just lost the Mormon community now as viewers.
Oh, boo.
Stop it.
They're too busy watching Desperate Housewives of the Mormon Wives or whatever the hell that show's called. What's that show called? Funny. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That's on the Learning Channel. Let that sink in.
Remember when Mythbusters was on the Learning Channel?
Yeah, when you actually could learn something.
Let me sit up. Mythbusters.
Well, you want to learn something, you got to go to How It's Made on History Channel. That's not even on
How
TLC.
It's Made. Oh, is it
no,
not?
It's on History Channel.
My bad.
I'm almost 100% sure. Let me double check.
Dirty Jobs.
Double check. It is on. Oh, it's on Discovery. Okay, still not TLC though. That was my point. I thought it was History. Enough. It's Discovery. That's my bad. USA.
So what I'm hearing you say is we need to have less say yes to the dress and more How It's Made.
Yeah, we need a lot less Desperate Housewives of Jennings County. Or whatever season they're on now. And we need more of, hey, this is how it's made. Hey, this is how this happens, where you can actually learn something.
So before you completely segregate all of our female audience, I'm just saying he doesn't speak for both of us, females. We enjoy what you enjoy, and if you enjoy TLC shows like that, we would enjoy that as well.
No, you know the issue I have with this. You know what started all of this? Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Men. That is not
That
true.
was the downfall of American television, was Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No. You think that over The Simple Life with Paris Hilton?
Oh, Simple Life couldn't do what Keeping Up with the Kardashians did. They're on their own network now.
Well, they're a lot of money.
The E channel, E network, whatever, used to only play Keeping Up with the Kardashians 24/7.
Life Below Deck.
Just like MTV now only plays Ridiculousness 24/7 if you pull it up.
Hey, that is good. You live big and ride
I love the show.
No.
I used to watch Robin Big before Big passed away. R.I.P.
That's what it was.
I like Big. He was fun. Funny stuff. But yeah, it just why? Just why? What do we need all these data centers for? And don't tell me AI, because we have lived as a species for a long time without AI, and it is not that necessary.
You know what the answer to your question is? Episode 2 of ours.
Yeah.
That is the answer to your question.
But why though? Why do we need? And I know the answer is going to come down to money. Is going to be the answer. Somebody's getting rich off of it. That's going to be the answer. The reason why they're pushing all this particle acceleration shit is because somebody is going to get rich off of it if it goes through the way they want. Somebody is getting rich off data centers, just like somebody's getting rich off privately owned prisons. It just,
you know who's not getting rich?
Us.
Us on this channel.
Us on this channel, because I'm bad-mouthing everybody in this episode. This is my episode to crash out on, and I am taking it. We have failed as a species. 100%. We are the only species on this planet that is actively destroying the planet that keeps them alive.
All right, Greenpeace. You sound like Steven Seagal right now. Stop it.
I'm not. No, you know. Slappy, slappy, flippy, flappy. That's my Seagal fighting stance.
I'm sure he hates that. He's not impressed.
I'm just saying, we have focused as a species on all of the wrong things. If we put the brilliant minds that are on this particle accelerator towards how do we lower emissions? Okay, let's go back even further. What happened to the guy that made the car that could run off water?
He was killed.
Yes. Why was he killed?
He made a car run off water.
Because he made a car run off water. Zero emissions, zero pollution.
He was killed.
Zero fuel needed. That's a problem. Big oil couldn't have that, right? What about why marijuana originally became illegal? Because they used it for hemp. And that took a hit on the paper business, which at the time was the biggest business to be in because of the printing press. So what did they do? Marijuana is illegal.
Let me add a disclaimer here. So any big corporation out there right now, please understand this is not my view. This is my partner's view. If I don't see him next week at work, I understand why.
Yeah, if I disappear.
You heard about the scientists in this?
If I don't make it to season 2, send help. I did not commit.
I'll use AI. I'll use AI. Don't worry. Holographic images of you. I got you, brother.
I did not Control-Alt-Delete myself in Minecraft. Somebody come get me.
But yeah, all those scientists that were killed recently or went missing. I mean, you're onto something there. I mean, there's potentially something there. Is it all coincidence? Some would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I am so disappointed in the human race as a whole. This is my crash out episode. People have let me down.
Fair enough. This will make a very good small clip to add to social media, and I appreciate that.
These are the arguments that I enjoy to an extent, but it also makes my blood boil because I just see. You remember when science was used for good things, right? Like inventing the X-ray or polio vaccine, developing the iron lung for people that needed it,
The guy's still in the iron lung. What are you talking about?
No, the last one that was in the iron lung died. There's nobody left in the iron lungs. The last iron lung survivor is dead.
That.
I'm going to end up in one after this episode airs.
Change that.
Chevron going to take me out.
Lung pressurization, so I got to put you in a
Halloween's about to drop a drone strike on my house right now.
Stop calling these companies. Stop. I want my taxes to go up.
BP ain't coming after me. They got enough bad press in the last 20 years. I can't take another hit. Somebody else is going to take me out. Oh, God. Oh, this has been a fun episode.
That's pretty good.
I'm not going to survive much longer.
That's pretty good. We know. We've already called that out.
That was good. That brought a tear to my eye. That was good stuff. I feel like that Indian in the old commercial, just the teardrop coming down his eye as he's looking at all the pollution on the road.
I don't think you can use that term anymore. It's culturally insensitive.
I feel like the Native American in that one commercial with the one teardrop going down his eye as he's looking at all the pollution on the road. We're going to have to chop that up.
I think here's a fun fact. I think you can Google. I don't think he was actually from any known tribe. I think he was a white man in red face.
I think you're right. I think you're 100% right.
I really think that's what they used
to be a thing back in the day. They would use.
I'm aware.
Was it Mickey Rooney? Famously played the Asian guy. Yep. Yeah, you can't do that no more, unless you're Robert Downey Jr. You can do it in. What was that movie called?
Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder. But that's a parody of an Australian guy playing a white guy playing a black guy.
I don't think you can say that.
And that's why that movie is so good in the sense that it doesn't take itself so seriously. I mean, it parodies itself, its own characters.
Yeah, no, it's a funny movie. It is. You could not make it today, though. If you tried to make that movie and release it today, it would be a disaster.
I think Ben Stiller said the exact same thing.
Yeah, I think Downey Jr. said it on the Rogan podcast, too.
Yeah.
I think he said you absolutely could not make that today. Yeah, shout out Joe Rogan. He's probably the one that the oil companies are going to send after me. They'll be like, "Hey, tell him that you want him on the show to promote his show." Because I'd go. I'd go.
And then you're gone.
I would 100% step in that trap. I'm going to walk through the door and it's going to be Rogan and Steven Seagal just waiting to kick my ass.
Fight to the death, Fear Factor style.
Just open the door and here comes Seagal just running at me all floppy armed and shit. I'm like,
oh, it's just floppy armed and not floppy dicked.
Floppy armed, I mean, probably both. He's like in his 70s,
anyway,
right?
Matty, I don't know. Speaking of the 70s, that's pretty much the story here. There's a lot of rabbit hole there to go down regarding the alternate universe, alternate realities. Floppy arm, floppy dick, whoever getting canceled. Let us know what you think. The CERN collider. Scientists say that it's a real deal thing. They're just creating science to create because that's what they do, and men create.
It's a waste of time and resources that could be invested into things this planet actually needs.
Like a water car?
Yes.
Other conspiracy theorists will tell you that they're out there again creating these alternate timelines, kind of like the MCU, and that's why we remember Sinbad being in Kazam or Shazam or whatever movie that is that doesn't actually exist.
If I created a car that ran off water, I'd call it the H2Go.
Stop it.
Now I'm done with this episode.
Fair enough. Anyway, that's what I got. Rabbits, let us know in the comments. This was the episode you guys called for. This is actually a really fun one. There's a lot to do with this. There's a lot that can happen with this because it's all what ifs. And I love a good what if story. That's all I got, Matty P. You want to take us out?
No way, aren't we all a what if story?
I mean, technically. What if the condom never broke? That's right.
All right, everybody, let's get back to the real deal. All right, we are going to wrap this episode up. If you could drop a like, a comment, a subscribe to help bring my mental health back to where it needs to be after this episode.
We need a subscription.
I need
the followers.
I need at least 1,000 subscribers to fix this episode. To fix the damage.
Shout out everybody we could.
Yeah.
We need them all.
We need everybody. Do appreciate you sticking around this long. If you have, I do appreciate the subscriber that dropped the topic for this episode that fueled my crash out. You will be banned immediately from the channel.
I'm going to send you rewards.
Yeah, send you a reward.
I'm going to reward this guy.
A t-shirt, lanyard, something. My buddies always want to give out free t-shirts. Speaking of t-shirts, we are going to be rolling out merch. So if you guys are interested in that, please drop a comment so we can justify to our wives how much money we're going to be spending on merch. And I believe we are planning something big for season 2, correct, Tonio? We are going to be taking this show on the road occasionally, filming on location. So you will have some episodes that will look different from the current season 1 layout that you've seen. We will still be doing this style for sure, for those of you that do enjoy it. But we do also want to go out on location a little bit and investigate certain things around the area for topics of discussion. Just mix it up a little bit.
So to paint a picture for the rabbits out there, imagine Jack and Rose on the bow of the Titanic. Imagine if they held a camera in their hands during that moment. That's what the new episode is going to be like, potentially.
Do I get to be Rose?
Whichever.
Well, okay, so if you're on the door, there's a good chance I can still fit on there. If I'm on the door, there's not enough room for you.
Yeah, I'm a little dude. The rabbits will see exactly how small of a man I am.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a time to get the camera angles to where we're both in the shot.
It's so terrible. I never realized how small I was until I stood next to a normal-sized man. Guys at work are 5'7", and I'm like, "Whoa, bro, you're tall."
5'7".
Yeah, I was 5'7". I dumbed it down a little bit.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
all right, but anyways, that will be upcoming in the next few weeks. So you'll get a mix of this style along with some, man on the street style, doing some investigations, and just exploring some cool places around the area that we can find within reasonable distance. If you want us to be able to travel the entire United States to investigate things, you're going to need to really hit that subscribe button. So let's get that going.
And buy merch.
And buy so much merch. Buy a shirt for yourself, for your kid, for your dog, for your cat, for your grandma. Unless I've already cremated her in the past, then, don't. I can put it on her headstone. Oh, my God. And I think that's going to do it, right? Yep.
One last thing, Rabbits, if you didn't know, you can find us on not just on our channel, but you can find us on social media. We are now located on Facebook.
We have a Facebook page?
We have a Facebook
page.
We have a Facebook page.
I should go follow it.
You can specifically, you should if you're not. I can see, so don't be a dick. But you can search Rabbit Hole Roulette in the chat bar, and it should be one of the top options that shows up there. There's links to our episodes specifically. Man, just general fun images and fun posts. That's the whole hope of that. We can get some interaction as well there.
Love it. And I think that's it. You got anything else?
That's all I got. That's that right there.
If there's anything else to wrap up the season, but I think that's it. Been a good season.
Yeah, that's the last official episode, I would call.
And if I don't survive to season 2, we all know why.
R.I.P.
I'm going to get Epsteined.
Preemptive. Fair enough. All right. Well, let's sign out.
All right. We appreciate all you rabbits, and we will see you guys in the next season. Which will be like next week. You don't have to wait long. Goodbye.